Welcome, welcome to another India Talk. I try to sit, I'm sitting against the sun again, which I hate, but this is a good angle for me to be able to watch my daughter wherever she goes about. We're at a new playground today. Not much to do here, but at least we're outside, getting some fresh air, and she's able to play, and there's no other kids here, which is great. So, what's up? I have to first apologize because I was looking through my journal and I was like, oh, I didn't start documenting until today of last year, which would have been um day. I have so many entries, and honestly, they're all over the place. But I thought I didn't start documenting until 8/5. But I have a few documents from 8/4. So I was like, dag. And I have mad 8/5. So like on 8/5, for whatever reason, I wrote a lot. And I wrote a lot on 8/4 too. So I was just gonna read and dissect a little bit here with you, if you didn't mind. And sometimes I get so distracted and caught up trying to keep the engagement going and talking back and forth with you guys that are commenting. And I'm just gonna hop right into it. If you join, it says I have a person on. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Um, I'm going to read. Here would have been day 7, which I wrote here in pencil. Day 7 here at Westboro, which was really day 9 altogether on my journey from July 26th. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. So yesterday on 8/4, I documented the things that I had to do while being locked down in the facility in the hospital in order to survive. Dang, now my daughter is going all the way over to the other little playground. Ay, ay, ay. At least I can see her. This is a good angle for me to be at. If she wanders off, I'll have to chase her down, but I can see her. Anyway, so I wrote down things that I had to do in order to survive here. Hi. Let me say hi to you guys before I read real fast. Drift sport is hard to see against. I'm sitting against the sun. Hi, crispy edits. Sunny says, "Wow, I love your name." Manu, hi. Pogba, I think that's how you say your name. Hi. Hello. Thanks for joining. So I was just going over briefly that I thought I didn't write anything yesterday in my journal from this time last year being locked up, but I actually did. So I was going to briefly read what I wrote, what I had to do in order to survive in yesterday's journal, and then I was going to read today's journal and kind of dissect it here. And if you had any questions or comments or feedback, just drop it in the chat, and I'll be sure to respond to them. So, things that I had to do to survive being locked up here at Westboro, I had to ask for extra towels for various reasons to dry my hands. Um, make a pillow, like make myself a makeshift pillow because I didn't have a pillow, and every staff that I asked for a pillow told me I couldn't have a pillow, but everybody else had a pillow. So I thought that that was strange. So I made myself a pillow for comfort and headrest in order to sleep at night, which I really wasn't sleeping while I was there, and the pillow absolutely sucked. For the first 5 days, I had no pillow, and staff would not provide me one. The pillow in room 9 on adult D, I made a makeshift. Oh, with a blanket inside of a pillowcase. After asking for a staff by the name of Anya, shouts out to him, searched around and he found me like one of those small little compact pillows that you use on the plane. Like, why did everybody have a regular pillow? I don't know, but that unit that I was on was just strange overall, anyways. But shout out to him. He found me a pillow and he looked out It was hard leather like couch pillow, but I was grateful and I made do because he actually took the time to search and find me a pillow, and everybody else would they didn't even look, they didn't even give no they didn't care. And so he took his time, and I was really grateful that I had finally had a pillow after 5 days. Another thing I had to do, dag, I wish that I had bring it with me. I'm at the park, like all this stuff is at the house that I'm at. But I had to ask for extra lip balm, so they had these tiny little lip balm packages that I used for everything. And in this prison, I had to revert to my survival skills that only the hood could teach me. If you're from the hood, you have a lot of survival skills that you don't really know that you have until you have to use them. I used the lip balm packages as my hair grease, to oil my scalp and style my hair while I was in there, and I got a lot of compliments. I used it as lubrication for my skin because you couldn't have lotion or nothing. So I used it. Thank God it was all natural products in that lip balm. I use that as a cuticle oil for my fingernails and my toenails that I use. I would always ask for an extra toothbrush. So after my showers, I would use the extra toothbrush to scrub the oil, the lip balm into my nails to like try to keep my nails, my toenails looking as good as I could keep them looking. I used it as a conditioner on my C-section scar because if you have had a C-section, you know the scar tissue, and it gets really itchy. So I used that to relieve my itchiness from my scar. I used it as a relief for bug bites because I was getting bit by some shit up in there. I used it to keep my eyebrows a little fresh. I don't do my eyebrows, but just to like slick them down and try to make myself feel like a human. And I also used it to balm my big beautiful lips. um, so that was yesterday's entry. That's what I had to do. I think that was everything. Um, Oh yeah, and then I had asked like a particular staff for extra packages of the lip balms. Now everybody know that I used it for mad things. This one staff, she was being a hater, and she was like, "You only need one, because it's for lips." And I was like, I use it for my hair." And she was like, "It's not for hair. It's only for lips. Look, it says it on the package. Clearly, you have no hood survival skills." I was so pissed that she didn't give it to me. But while I was there, I was like keeping a stash anyways. So I had my own stash. So I didn't even go back and forth where I was like, fuck this lady, she's being a hater. You got me in here looking busted and disgusted. I already wish that I could get the hell out of here. Um, so that was that, right? And then let me see what you guys are. I can't see if I see. I can't see. It's so hard to see this way. All right, see my baby. Um, So that was that, my survival skills with my lip balm. I'll show you guys the package. I still have a couple of them left. Um, all right, Mario. Hi, Mario. Menu. Okay, like menu. I got you. Welcome. All right, now responding to you. Hi, Mario. Chris Michael says hi. Beautiful. Hi, how are you? Drift Sport, how's your day going? Cute as fuck smile. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Podres hacerlo eso. Quiero viajarme con vos. Mire, I can't get that last word out, but gracias. Hi, Mario. Hi, Mario. Hi, Mario. Necesito viajarme con vos. Mira, Dante, I think. Tu pelo y los pezones duritos. Gracias. Hi, Mia. Hi, like and subscribe. I'm also from India. Oh, Sonu, I think that's how you say your name. Thank you. I am not from India. My name just happens to be India, and I've never been to India, but I would love to go. Claudio, yeah, Claudio. Por favor, te lo pido. Welcome, Claudio. Hi. Hi, Ian. I love your name. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Lakshman? Hi. Renville, hi. You're from India too? Okay, welcome. Big shouts out to India being on my live today. Appreciate you guys. Por favor, te lo pido, ayúdame con acabar. Ay, ay, ay. What's your biggest secret? Very interesting, Kim. Hi. Nayab says you love my hair. Thank you. I try to do like a little style today, so I give myself a little braid on the side. Thanks. Kim, hi, said hi. You want me to tell you what's my biggest secret? I have to ponder upon that. Spiritual awakening. Hello. Laxman. Okay. Welcome. You're from America, Kim. What state do you live in? You are a slay girly. Oh, thank you, Mars. I appreciate that. And Isla. Is this one person or two? Hi, Aubrey. Oh, I pronounced it perfectly. Thank you. Do you love my country, dear? I've never been, so yeah, I gotta love it because it's my name. Hold on. Where did my, okay, my baby's on the swing. Um, please don't send bad comments. Correct, right? Let's let's get the order correct. Only positive vibes here and good engagement, good interaction. See what I'm saying? Okay. Two, by the way, I'm Eastland. She's Amaris. Okay. Welcome, welcome. All right, so that was yesterday's entry. I wanted to share with you guys. Today on 8/5/24 of last year, I had wrote a few different things. I also think that I had a few more 8/4. Yeah, I have a lot of 8/4 entries. I'm so mad at myself that I didn't see these yesterday to like really read them from you guys. But I have a keepsakes list just in case you're interested. I don't have to read it through it. And then I told you guys that I had asked for books and they only had two books. So I had a book called Milk and Honey, which was a phenomenal book. So I wrote down a lot of quotes that spoke to me from that book. I wrote down keepsakes, and then I wrote the two books that I got to add to my library when I got home. Milk and Honey by Ruby Kaur, and then So Be It. I don't have the author's name written down. Have you guys ever read those books? They're freaking phenomenal. Oh, and then I wanted to talk about the unit that I was on. So I guess I can just talk about it because it was yesterday officially. And thank you for the compliments. Oh, I get so distracted by the comments. I can't keep my focus. I love you guys. Where am I at right now? I am at the park with my daughter, and she's like having her own VIP session because there's no other kids here. And we've never actually been to this park, so it's the first time being up to our park. And my daughter took her shoes off as always, so I'm gonna have to search for them. Smash that like button, chat. She's so polite. Oh, thank you, Nayab. I hope that's how I'm saying your name right. Thank you. I try to be polite, and I try. Like, I'm gonna really work my best to like. If people are commenting negative stuff, I ask for you guys to do the attacking for me because I'm really working on ignoring negativity and not getting caught up in there. Thank you. I just get so many compliments on these earrings, and they've turned into like, uh oh, uh oh. Oh dear, I might have to end the live. Oh my love, come to mama, come to mama, baby. Dear, I am so hyper. Damn, it's still going. Okay, yeah, I had to run. I I had to run my daughter to the bathroom. I said I was gonna start this live all over. I might just have to pause it. Um, she's in the bathroom, which is fine. But I gotta get her stuff. So what do you guys think I should do? Start it all over and come back? Gotta get my baby situated. Where the hell did you put your sneakers? Oh, child. Because I could do that. See what I'm saying? The kangaroo is back today. I was just commenting on the negative people and their negative vibes. Anywho, thank you for the compliment about my earrings. I get lots of compliments and they pretty much turned into my everyday earrings. Thank you for subscribing. I come on here once a day at least to share my story and to answer any questions that you guys may have. Thank you. I shall have a good day. I hope you have a good day too. Hi, Comey and Bezel. So, I was in the middle of reading. This happens every time. Every time I'm situated, it's hard, man. Unless I don't have my daughter, I could have the focus to answer you guys, but I gotta go get her out the thing. So one or two things you guys could do. You could ask me questions to keep me busy until I can get back to my notebook, or I can end the live and then just come back on. And if you're on, it'll only take me a second. No, she had to use the bathroom, so I had to run her. We're at this big ass park. I had to run her across the field because my daughter will literally just pull her pants down wherever and go so she doesn't go on herself. But sometimes the parks don't have bathrooms. Hi, baby. All done? Okay, good job. Oh, you cleaned up. Come here. Let me, so sorry. I will be back to my life in a second. How do we get this out? Okay. I'm so proud of you. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. Trying to get your stuffed animals. Get out of my life. Today we have delicious pizza. A delicious pizza. All right. I am so sweaty from running across the field to get you to the bathroom just in time. We made it. I love you. Tomato sauce. Tomato sauce. Here, wash your hands. So I'm sorry, live. I will be right there. I was gonna end it, but fuck it. Does this water not work? Put your hands. The water doesn't work. What type of? Oh, okay. Look, here, wash. I'll flush the potty. There's nothing to dry your hands. Shake them dry. I will give you your stuff. Shake them dry. There's no towels. Hey, at least you got to use the potty. Oh, my life. All right. I understand if you guys got off. Damn, y'all still here. Y'all fuck with me. Okay, I fucked with y'all. So yeah, she's okay. Hello and goodbye, Martin. She's okay. We just had to take care of some business. Hi, good morning, miss. Where are you at? It ain't morning where I am. It's afternoon. Oh my gosh. There's always one of people's too. Come on, my love. Get your peoples. God. Do you want your chocolate milk? All right, so I'm gonna go back. Come this way, baby. All right, so I have all this unexpected stuff that happens when I trying to multitask and show up and be consistent and pop my shit. Well, my daughter is just unpredictable what I gotta do or stop and do. But yeah. So I'm back. Damn, I'm already at 20 minutes. So, anyways, I had read out loud those things, and I was gonna briefly talk about the pros and cons of being on the unit that I was on. So, first of all, at this place, I got put on unit D, and that unit was it was just like demonic negative energy. It was cold. I felt like I was in a morgue. The staff there were weird. No, this was in the summer of last year. The staff on the unit that I was at, and mind you, this is like day 6 or 7, so I had been on the unit. I hadn't went down to participate in eating or groups or stuff, so I didn't see other staff from other units or other people from other places. I only was on this unit. So I thought it was weird that it's summertime. Why is it so cold in here? And then the staff, they had on winter jackets, hoodies, scarves. It was almost trying to create that you feel like you're crazy. There was writings on the walls. There was very symbolic things on the walls that there was hearts, halos, crowns, circles, lines that people had drew on there, and then there was all over the unit it said SAC, sack. So I was like, oh, this man like put me here. He's trying to put me in a sack. He's trying to put me in a ditch. He's trying to, like, I felt like I was in a morgue, like you're trying to take me out. And then there was crosses and numbers and words all like written in pink, and then the sack was like written, and it had like some were written around a heart, and then some was written around a bag. um I had ended up learning that there was a girl that used to be on the unit, and her name was Sophia, so it stood for Sophia Angel's Crew. But when I just seen like sack sack sack, I was like, what the fuck is this? And supposedly this person wrote all over the walls when they were having a good day there. I don't know, some crazy shit. But that unit was weird. Like I said, it was cold. I felt like I was in a morgue. The staff on that unit was very mean. They were judgmental. They were like that nice, nasty rudeness. And I was so used to dealing with people like that because that's how my ex and his family was. And then the bed that I had, it felt like the mattress wasn't stable. It was almost like being in a water bed. Like if you know back from the 90s, water beds were very popular, but there was no water in this bed. The mattress had nothing to it. I could not get comfortable. I was so cold. I didn't have a pillow. You couldn't have too many sheets, so I had to ask my roommate for her extra sheets. I just had to do what I had to do to be in there. The air on that unit was very negative, thick. I almost felt like I was suffocating. It was very controlled. Like it was almost like this controlled AC that they kept on blast, full blast. It was for reason. And I didn't have nothing. I just had a Johnny on, to remind you. I didn't have any clothes or nothing. I had no underwear, no nothing. Just a Johnny and those stupid like hospital socks. Um, this was my biggest thing. The mirrors. The mirrors, and it wasn't just my room. I was snuck into other people's room to see. Like, is this just my room? The mirrors right in the middle, it was almost like funhouse mirrors. The mirror in the middle, just only in the mirror in the middle where you would look and see your face, was very distorted, like funhouse mirrors. And I was like, this shit is designed like this. That's why I refused to take the medication, because I'm like, if somebody's on medication, heavily medicated, and they're under the influence of something, and they already having like psychosis or having a real mental illness, you come in here, you look in the mirror, it was almost like your face was like melting and you looked crazy. So this person is gonna think that they're having an episode, they're gonna be acting all crazy. This gives the staff and stuff to like they're creating the environment for you to act a certain way so that they could drug you up more and medicate you and sedate you and isolate you more and just keep you there. So I was like, this shit, they're not gonna get me. I was like, this shit is designed this way, and the mirrors were the biggest thing that like drove me crazy. So I didn't really look in the mirrors, or I had to like look to the side or like bend down, or I'm short, so I would try to um I would have to like look down and squirt down. It was like crazy. And the shower, the water was instantly hot. Tell me anywhere you've ever taken a shower where you just turn on the water and it's instantly boiling hot. Usually you have to wait for the water to warm up. This water, as soon as you turned it on, was instantly hot. That's why I said everything on this unit was controlled. The toilets were jail toilets. They were cold metal silver toilets, and they were freezing. Like I could and sit on there, and you could sit on there as long as you want. You take a poop or something. It did not warm up. It was cold, and I was like, "This could put me in jail." They're like, "Wait till I get out of here." And the rooms, all the rooms there were very sad and empty. They all had like a dark color blue, which blue has a lot of symbolic meanings, and the color itself is very depressing. And then the floors were brown, and they were depicted, and they had stuff written in there, and like physical scratches into the doors and the floors. They were very much the same. Um, and then the overview of the unit to me felt very like prisoners and prison guards, cops and bullies, very controlling. And then the other thing was on this unit, the windows there were very small, but when you would look out to the windows, it was a beautiful view. That's why I always say like it was very fake oasis. And I was like, where the fuck am I at? Like I had no clue where I was at. The only way I found out how I was at is that I did, mind you, I worked on psych floors um, for several years in my medical career, working in the medical field. So I had to channel so much shit. I had to channel like when I look back at my mom, I had to channel what I see my grandmother go through. And then I worked on psych unit, so I had to channel what I would see other crazy people do. So I was like, something's not right with this unit, and I gotta get the fuck out of here. And plus, I don't know where I am. Nobody was telling me where I am. They're just like, you're in Westboro. Like, where the fuck is Westboro? So I did something really crazy to get out of that hospital. And all they did was send me to another hospital. But I knew just from being on the other side that if I do something crazy to get out of here, they will move me to another unit. So this had prompted me to first start doing some research. I'm like, let me get off this unit. Let me start participating in eating and get off the unit and start talking to people and see how the other units were. So that's what I started doing, going to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I hated it because the food was awful, but at least I did get vegan food. So I ate freaking veggie burgers every day and fucking hash browns, and they did have some like okay desserts, vegan desserts, but pretty much hash browns and toast and everything that kept me fucking constipated, yo. And I was like, when I get out of here, I'm never eating a veggie burger ever again. But I didn't like it because I felt like prison break. Like as soon as you would get outside, like the outside was a gated, these tall gates, and it was like a very small square space. And now you're outside eating lunch to try to feel human. And then there was no views on this side where you could actually get outside and see stuff. There was no views. There was a big ass building on this side, and then this side just had like some trees. There was no views there. It was just I was like, I hate this. Um, so I started to talk to people and be like, yo, how's your unit? What unit are you on? Some people are on unit C. And then I knew that I didn't want to go to unit A or B because there was real crazy people on those units. Like there was a couple people that would come when we would have lunch or breakfast or dinner or whatever it was. And there was a lady that she would just scream like, I am God. You do what I say, I'll burn this whole place down. Like everybody on units A and B, they just were like real crazy people, and they screamed all day long. And I can't take shit like that. So I was like, Unit C, which was right across from me. So how I was telling you guys that it was like a fishbowl, like everything was in glass, and then like the staff units were together. So like I'm on D, and then you could see over to unit C. Like you could see people coming up to the nursing station on their side getting meds or juice or whatever they were getting, and vice versa. And unit C, the staff over there didn't have no winter coats or nothing over there. And then when I would talk to people that was over there on that unit, I'm like, is it cold over there? And they're like, no. I'm like, it's freezing on this unit. And like, what is there to do? Like they were able to, they had TVs, and it was just a totally different vibe. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to do some crazy shit to get out my unit, yo. Which I ended up doing, and it worked. I got the fuck up out of there. And that's how I ended up learning where I was. I was in fucking Worcester. When I was on the ambulance ride for them to take me to another hospital. Like you play crazy, play stupid games, win stupid fucking prizes. And on the way there, when you're in the back of the ambulance, you can only see the doors right here. So as we were driving, everything's on the highway, and then we passed this. It was so ironic because we passed this store. There's a store in Worcester that's a sensory store for kids that's on a spectrum or have autism, and I've been wanting to say that I was going to take my daughter there for her birthday. To go shopping there. So I ended up passing that store, and that's how I knew. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in fucking Worcester. um, when I got out of there. But let me check in with you guys. Responded to all these already. Okay, Rudra, I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Kanan. You look heavy. Okay, I take back my hi. Um, O'Leary, not responding to you. Biscuit, you know what I hate in prison, the bathroom without privacy. Right. So I wasn't in a prison. I was locked up in a behavioral hospital, aka psych ward. And so my bathroom was in my room. So I did have privacy outside of the staff. They had to do I think it was 15-minute checks or 5-minute checks. So they would come and open the door every 5 minutes, the door at the end of it. And then the bathroom door wasn't a full door, it was like a Velcro door that they Velcroed on and up. So you had this much room to see your feet, and then there was a thing up here. So it was like only the middle part was like sectioned off, so they could always see your feet. And if you're tall enough, they could see your head. So they would come in, and you'd have to like, if you're in the bathroom, you would have to talk so that they would know you're okay, and then you have to like put your hands up so they could see that you weren't doing anything. So that was the only thing that I did. I appreciate having my bathroom in the room, and I could take as many showers as I wanted. So that's that. But I agree with you. I've never been to an actual prison besides working in one. I did work in a few prisons here. I did all that. I feel like the medical system and the prison system, they're all the same. They work together, and pretty much all the same shit. Princess. Then why the fuck are you here? Fuck out of here. No, I didn't, Pamela. I usually never put on sunscreen. Okay, thank you, Barry. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Um, so that was that. And at a later date I'll come back. I had ended up getting off that unit D, and I got over to unit C, and I will revisit how that unit was. It was totally different on that unit than the D unit that I spent um a little over a week there. And then today, let's read today. Today, 8/5/24. I actually wrote 2 journal entries because I didn't think that I had wrote a journal entry on today. But today, this was the day I was waiting for. I finally had met my doctor, and a lot had happened. A lot had happened. So I'll just read the first entry I wrote, which was, today was energy draining. The doctors drained my energy. The clinicians drained my energy. The patients drained my fucking energy. My whole life, everyone tells me my energy is too much. Damn, that's crazy. I'm too much for people, places, spaces, environments, experiences, etc. According to my family, friends, coworkers, business associates. And then my man, my friend, my partner, father of my child, the clinicians, doctors, and nurse and staff, they say that I'm bipolar and I'm manic and mentally ill and insane. Which I thought was funny, laughing my ass off. I wish I could make this shit up, but my imagination is not that good. People think and tell me all the time how annoying my voice is, and that my energy is too much, and that my laugh is annoying, and that they don't like the way I look, and that I'm not black enough, or I'm too black. I'm aggressive. I'm talkative. I'm not talkative enough. I'm too bubbly. I'm not bubbly enough. I'm too attentive. I'm too caring. I'm too sharing. I'm too quiet. I'm too standoffish. I look mean. I don't smile enough. I smile too much. I'm too likable. I'm conceited. I think I'm all that. I'm introverted. I'm extroverted. So much more. But my favorite of all time is I'm too emotional. And apparently, being emotional makes me a chronic psych patient with severe manic mood disorder and a mental disability. Ay, ay, ay. Who's now diagnosed with a mental disorder, an unofficial diagnosis. Damn, it's not me. It's all these other people who keep trying to label me, put me in a box, shrink and make me small. I don't fit in. I just fit. It's imperative to find and attract my tribe, people who love and like me for me, all of me, every piece of me, my history, my flaws, and all of me. India. So yeah, I was definitely reflecting on the day today that they were just telling me that I'm too emotional and that I'm hyper focused on this man that I have spent every single day with for the past 11 years. Um and that I mean we were so locked in. I like what else was I supposed to focus on? Like I just focused on my daughter and him. Like there was nothing I for me there's nothing more important than family, and then especially the family that you are creating. So I was just like, yeah, I'm over this. Like, I've gotten to this point where this man started treating me a certain way and then telling me all the things that he loved and enjoyed about me is now annoying, and that this is bothering him, and that I need to basically be labeled now because of the way that I am. Like, that didn't make any sense to me. And then it just made me reflect on like, yeah, I've heard a lot of this all my life, just only from my family though, and just people I've met along the way, like that they love all these things about me, and then all of a sudden, somewhere down the line, it becomes like these are all the annoying things about me. So I was just like, yeah, like I'm just gonna journal this down because it's these other people. It's not me. Like there's nothing like whatever I do doesn't make people happy. For a perfect example with this man, he when I get in a mood, I or something happens to me or triggers me or whatever, I will just shut down and like I won't be as talkative. Like when I'm in a great mood and I'm feeling amazing, like I am talkative, I'm bubbly, I'm very upbeat. And then there are times where like something's happening or like I'm feeling away or something happened or something triggered me and I was just like I'm not as talkative as I usually am. So I thought that he understood that about me. It's not like I take anything out on anybody when I'm feeling that way. I just kind of I'm processing stuff mentally, so I just keep to myself and then in conversation, I don't give you so much of my personality and characteristics. Like I'll still talk to you. I'm not like ignoring you or anything, but it's not 100% India. I've never seen anything wrong with that. I feel like as long as I'm not being aggressive to you or abusing you or downright ignoring you, I don't know how to tell you that like my energy is low today. And I might not be as upbeat as I am, besides telling you that. I thought that he understood that. But with people in general, when I'm like on 10, it's too much for them. And then when I'm on zero, it's not enough for them. And then they're like, oh, something's wrong with you. You don't like me. You did this. Like, why are you not talking to me as much? You were just so talkative yesterday or a couple days ago or a week ago. And it's just like, yo, life changes every fucking day, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And so I've always just been like, no matter what I do, if I talk too much, if I don't talk enough, if I smile too much, if I don't smile enough, if I show up, if I don't like, they're never fucking happy. And that's the shit that's gonna drive me crazy and make me fucking mentally ill and something fucking wrong with me. Trying to keep people pleasing people who have their own issues. Like I tried to explain to this man, you just tried to play with my head and create a narrative about me and make up a whole bunch of shit, and it would have worked if I was under the influence of something. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't pop out, I don't do any of none of these things since 2013. So I don't know why you thought that this would work. I have no idea why you thought you could create something and I would just fall victim to this. Now, if I was under the influence of something, that would make sense, but my brain works just fucking fine. So, this experience taught me that there are people who, as long as you're pleasing them in whatever way, high or low, manic or depressed, as long as you're people pleasing them, 40, they're happy about that. And then the second that you try to like use your energy for your own self, now they're deeming you selfish or like something's wrong with you, or you catch on to their bullshit and the games that they're playing, or how they're trying to play in your face or pull the wool over your eyes, and you call them out on their bullshit, because I'm really good at reading people. Um, then they create these narratives and be like, something's wrong with you. And so that's what I experienced being locked up here, and then trying to advocate for myself and literally fight for my life and advocate to have myself removed from this place that this person put me here, who's not my husband. And you're trying to tell me that I'm crazy because I'm saying that I'm not married and that I don't have a husband, when that is the 100% absolute truth. So it was a lot. Weed? What are you talking about? Hi, Peak John. Okay, I'm not saying. I take my high back. I take my high back. Um, so yeah, it was just like a lot of mind games, and all I had was paper to like journal this shit down. But I've understood that there are people who try to oppress me and suppress me, and they want to keep me there. They want to keep me small, keep me living in lack, keep me being their personal fucking prisoner, yo. I've been surrounded by this shit with my family and then with this man. And this experience really opened my eyes to see just what people think about me, how low they think of me, and how I allow them to treat me, and how I try to overly do for them and overly show up and overly please them, to be like, why do you think this low of me, or why are you treating me like this? And like, look, I'll do more for you. I'll give more to you. Like that man, I was submitting more and more and more, and the more that I submitted, the more abuse I got. And I was like, "Damn, what is this? Like, I don't understand." So it's like when people think that they can play with you, mind games, or they think you're insecure, or that this is just how you are, like you live to please people, they will take and take and take and take and take until they don't have no more. I had just did a video. I haven't shared it here on YouTube, but I will. What's up, Chris? Welcome back, friend. How are you feeling today? Um, I will share my video. I did a story that I shared on Facebook and Instagram about, I've learned a lot of lessons this year, and one of my lessons is to stop being a ride or die for people. Stop trying to live and prove that you will ride and die for somebody, because there's only two things you could do: ride and then fucking die. Like, ride for yourself. At least you know you can take yourself wherever you want to be. When when you're riding for other people, you'll be writing until they start depleting you of all your fucking energy, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, until you literally have nothing left and you fucking die, and you're just sitting there waiting for them to like give you back your energy, give you back your life. And they don't care. They like took you for everything and they leave you like that. So in this situation with this man, it's like how we started, it's been a seesaw effect. Like I was up when he came into my life, okay? Besides dealing with my own shit, I had my own place, I had my own cars, I have money, I was together, and he wasn't. And we've have doing this situation last year have flipped the script to be where it's just like I left everything to like start over, and it's not just me anymore. I have my daughter, and I helped this man, and I will like give him the credit. Like I've helped him level his life up while he leveled me down. And I didn't see that shit until it was too fucking late, yo. And then he just doesn't understand. He's like, I don't understand what the issue is. Well, hey, I understand, and that's all that matters at this point. But it just took a whole year for me to like dissect this shit, yo. Um, so that was that entry, and then I wrote a second entry on day 11 because I thought that I did not write an entry today. So okay, nobody said any more comments. So I read this real fast because this is very interesting too. Um, I wrote, I was so upset that I didn't make a journal entry here on day 11, which was really day 8 here at Westboro. I woke up in a mood because I spoke to my bitch ass brother. Also, I didn't end up speaking to my brother over the weekend. Everything is like all together. There was so much that happened. But, anyways, I was in a mood because I spoke to my bitch ass brother on Saturday, and it had been X amount of days since I hadn't talked to my brother. And I know he called my mother to gossip about my ass, and I've been waiting for my mom to call me, and she hasn't. So on day 11, I called bitch ass husband, who's not my husband, and demanded he give me my mother's number since he is the only one who has my phone. He refused, just like I know his bitch ass would. So I called my brother and demanded he give me my mother's number because she hasn't called me because she doesn't know where I am. When I got her number, I immediately called her, and unbeknownst to me, her bitch ass knew that I've been in here too. Her first daughter locked up in a fucking psych ward, and she believed that I belonged here. Damn dog. Life is funny. God is funnier. Laughing my ass off. I already documented on day 11. So this brings up some valid points. There was so much that happened. There was so much that happened every fucking day, yo. So let me break that down. Whenever I talk to my brother, I guess that was like over the weekend, me trying to recall this shit without having it written down and trying to like keep all the days together is a lot, but I'm gonna show up to share with y'all. So I was really under the impression that my brother did not know where I was. Nobody knew. And I remember when I talked to my ex, I remember something that he said to me before I ended up physically talking to my family. I was like, nobody knows that I'm fucking in here. And like, you're not giving me my family's number. They deserve to know where I am. And I remember he said verbatim, India, everybody knows where you're at and they don't give a fuck. And I was just like, I'm not listening to you and your fucking bullshit, bro. Like, I've never had nothing like this happen to me ever before. I've never been on a psych ward. I've never been in no fucking hospital besides working in them. And then you put me here for based on a bunch of lies. And nobody's in here believing anything that I say. And he was loving that because he liked to trigger me. And when I reflect back on how he was triggering me and how I would go off on there, just validated whatever the doctors could write up on me. Um, so when I had finally talked to my brother, whenever he did call, oh, because his aunt, that's what happened. His aunt went to my nephew's job and gave my brother the number. So when my brother had called me, I was so excited to talk to him, but I immediately got pissed off because as soon as I got on the phone with him, instead of saying, "Hi, sis, how are you? Like, what's going on? Worried about you." The first thing that motherfucker said to me was, "Who did you send to my nephew's job, his son's job, to give him the number here?" And I was like, at this point in time, I was using the N word very heavily, and I hadn't used it in a long time. So I was like, "That's what the fuck you're worried about?" Then my headphones died. I was like, "That's what the fuck you're worried about? Are you fucking kidding me? You're worried about who I used my MacGyver skills to send there to contact you? Like, there's bigger issues here, bro." And he was like, oh, I just wanted to know because I don't know if you guys could still hear me. I hope so. He was like, they just sent a card. Hi Jensen, welcome. Hello. They just sent a card. And I was like, I don't care. I just had to use MacGyver skills to get in contact with you because I'm under the pressure that y'all don't know that I'm in here. And this crazy man put me here, yo. And he didn't really say too much. His response was, you need to do what you gotta do to get out of there. And that shit pissed me off. Like, these are not responses of people who, one, care about me. Two, if this was like a pattern of behavior, like, I feel like if this was like my third or fourth time going through this and then we spoke, I feel like then that should be your response. But this never happened to me before. And I'm your little sister, yo. I'm your little sister. And I'm here due to the mind games of your fucking loser ass friend. So a lot of stuff, when I was talking to my family, a lot of stuff was coming out where it was just like, this was entertaining for them. They're like, oh, haha, that's what you get. Like, you shouldn't have talked to this person. As far as my brother, like, you shouldn't have talked to my friend. As far as my mom and my cousins and them, like, oh, well, you shouldn't have talked to him. Like, whatever their weird ass excuses, a lot of them was just like, you shouldn't have talked to him because he wasn't a good person or whatever it is. But at this point in time, I'm like, yo, it's not about me anymore. Like, I'm away from my daughter. My special needs are like, I can't even call her, talk to her on the phone. So I was pissed when I talked to my brother and he didn't ask me how I was, how I felt, what was going on with me, that he couldn't believe. He didn't say nothing. He was like, who did you send to my nephew's job? And I was like, that's your concern, bro. Like, I'm locked up in here. And then I was crying to him on the phone. I'm like, I'm locked up in here. I have been traumatized. I have been violated. These people stripped me naked, which was not hard to do because I only had a Johnny on, and shot shit in my ass, put me in a fucking room, felt me up, all types of shit. And you're worried about who I sent to contact you, where I don't think none of my family knows that I'm fucking in this bitch. Are you kidding me? And then that was his response, like, well, you just gotta do what you gotta do to get out of there. Like, very nonchalant. Like, so I understand, like, why they're friends. Like, all my brother's friends are losers, and including my brother. Fucking losers, man. So I was just, like, pissed. And then in this journal entry, I think, like, the weekend went by, and now it's during the week. And I didn't have nobody else. I was just thinking, like, I know my brother talks to my mom, so why wouldn't you give her the number here so she could call me? Like, my mom's not worried about me. Nobody's worried about me. Like, this is strange. And so the journal entry just reflects. That's why I'm glad that I journaled this shit down and wrote it down. So I remember calling him, my ex, to ask for my mother's number. He refused to give me the number. And that's when he said again, like, I told you, everybody knows you're in there and they don't give a fuck. But it's like, that's because you're controlling the narrative and saying whatever it is that motherfucker was saying to tell them. But for me, I feel like whatever this man was able to tell y'all should not be strong enough. That's why I was like, oh, they don't know me. My family doesn't know me. This man doesn't know me. And this never happened to me before. I have no history of this happening to me. So I don't give a fuck what he's able to tell you. Why are you not able to use your fucking common sense? And as far as my brother's concerned, the reason I really was pissed at my brother is because, Negro, I talked to you 2 days, 3 days, maybe it was 3 days right before this happened. I talked to my brother on the phone for 2 hours with my nephew, with my youngest nephew, not the one I sent to the job, with my youngest nephew. We laughed, we joked, we talked shit to each other, and then I was like, yo, I'm gonna come to your house. I got a birthday present for you. When I see you in a couple days, and come to your house and bring your birthday present. So how did we have this whole 2-hour conversation, laughing, giggling, talking shit, and then a couple days later, this man is calling you and saying, hey, your sister's locked up in the hospital. She had a mental breakdown or a nervous breakdown, or she is dehydrated, or whatever the fuck. The list of lies just go on and on and on and fucking on, bro. And your fucking head, you couldn't be like, yo, what's going on, bro? Like, I just talked to my sister a couple days ago. She was laughing, joking. She sounded fine. Like, what do you mean? And I didn't find out until like the next time I ended up talking to my brother that he knew. I thought he only knew that I was here at this Westboro place. He knew when this motherfucker brought me to the local hospital here in our hometown. I was there for almost 3 days. So you trying to tell me, and my brother lived right up the street, you're trying to tell me that you knew that I was here at this local hospital here in Springfield and you didn't get up out your bed to come down and check on your sister and see what the hell was going on? If I was one of my brother's friends, though, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, when there's negative people coming on here, I call y'all kangaroos. I don't have time for that shit. If I was one of my brother's friends, oh, best believe you would have came and checked up on me, because I've watched my brother do this shit with his loser ass friends. I've watched my brother go to support his loser ass friends in court, on trial, all types of shit. I am your sister, and somebody just violated me and did some shit and is creating a narrative, and you didn't come check. You didn't use your own fucking common sense. You just believe in what this motherfucker is telling you. So I was fucking livid, and I hung up. I was like, with your bitch ass, wait till I get out of here. Wait till I get the fuck out of here. Because I don't know what type of shit are you on. Let me get on the phone and talk to my mom. So that's why I was very adamant of, let me get my mom's number. But then as I write here, my mom knew I was in there too. And it didn't faze her, and she didn't think to call me. So when I ended up talking to my mom, I cussed my mother the fuck out. I cussed everybody out that I could get on that phone except my sister. The only person I didn't cuss out was my fucking sister, because I had to start connecting the fucking dots in her. I was like, oh shit, I'm in my own real life Lifetime movie, because this motherfucker is telling people he's my husband. He ain't my fucking husband. He thinks that he can advocate for me and tell people in here whatever the fuck he wants to tell people. And then he got my brother and my mother and my sister and whoever I could get on the phone. How long have you known I've been in this bitch? And what the fuck do you believe? And will you talk to the doctors to advocate for me? My mom went and talked to the doctors. My brother went and talked to the doctors. It was my sister who ended up being the person. His aunt, nobody would advocate for me. I was just like, oh shit, this shit that I'm in, I don't even know what I'm in, yo. So it was a lot. So when I talked to my mom, atta girl, you keep being you. Thank you, Jamin. I appreciate it. Where am I from? I'm from Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts. So I was just like, what the fuck is this shit that I'm in, yo? I don't know. And my family knew that I was in here. I'm in here going batshit crazy, telling these doctors that nobody knows that I'm here. And they all fucking know. And they don't care. They're sleeping well at night. They have no concern about their daughter or their sister. Which shouldn't be surprising to me, because my family has treated me like shit my entire life. So they're advocates to whatever this diagnosis that they want to diagnose me with. It's from being around these people like this, people who take advantage of me, people who make me, who treat me a certain way. And then when I try to confront them about how they're treating me, they tell me to get over it, and they don't want to unpack it, and they don't want to deal with the shit that they do to me. And I'm just supposed to suppress this shit. So I was in there fucking, my blood was boiling. And when I talked to my mom, I said, how come you haven't fucking called me? How come you haven't called me? And she said, oh, I forgot. Oh no, she said, oh, I was, but it was getting late. And then as soon as my mother said that, I said, are you fucking kidding me? It's getting late. I'm locked up in a hospital away from my kid, and I don't know where anybody is or where I am at. And you're talking about the time of the day. When you want to get high, it don't matter what time of the day it is. And my mom did not like that. She goes like, oh, here you go. No, not fucking here I go. I'm your daughter, and I'm fucking locked up thanks to this man who's creating a narrative. And I'm in here going batshit crazy, telling people that my mom, my brother, and my sister don't know where the fuck I am. And to find out, I've been in, now it's day 8. And y'all knew since day 1, before I even came here, when I was at the local hospital in hometown. And y'all didn't freak out about this shit. You didn't call me. You didn't try to do nothing. You're just in here living your fucking life, yo. I hung up on my mom. So I was just pissed. Like, yo, this shit, I don't know what this shit is. But when I get out of here, I'm gonna have a lot of people's fucking heads, yo. So yeah, reliving this shit also brings up and stirs up a lot of emotions. So sometimes I'd be like, damn, I don't know if I should have started this series, but I gotta get this shit off my fucking chest, yo, because I was fucking livid. I'm still livid. And it's just like, I just have to move on with my life. Like, I'm starting life over. This whole year has been crazy year. I just say it's a year of plot twist because everything that these people try to do to me, January, February, or March, I almost didn't escape it. And it's like when I got out in August of last year, I should have just left this man alone. But he was playing so many mind games with me and these doctors, and he's having me medicated that I was just like, oh, maybe something really is wrong with me. And maybe I am doing something wrong. And I really want my relationship to work. So let me just abide by this man and submit to him more. The biggest mistake of my fucking life, yo. So I don't really fuck with, I wasn't fucking with my family before, but after going through this and then being locked up all this time and then getting out of locked up and then being in therapy, and then when I got out, when I got out, let me tell you this, when I got out, I'm expecting people to, well, I don't know why I was expecting that, because when I was locked up, nobody called me. But now when I'm out, I knew that everybody knew what happened to me. And now I have my phone back finally. I'll show you guys the phone too. I have my picture. I'm going to show you guys my picture. The other picture I was telling you that I took off the wall there that reminded me of my grandma. And then my phone, my old phone. I was just like, now I'm expecting my phone to be ringing and people to be checking in on me, because I had only spoke to him, my mom, my brother, my sister, but all my family, everybody knew. They were all just out here gossiping about me like a fucking bitch, yo. And I was just like waiting for people to call me to check in, because I'm like, yo, I'm really traumatized and I never been through anything like this. And this man is medicating me, double medicating me. Like, I just was looking for some kind of comfort or something for my family to be like, I just wanted one person to say, hey, I heard what happened to you. Are you okay? Not one person said that. Not one person. And the biggest person that disappointed me was one of my cousins, yo. And I looked up to her all my life as a kid and as a young woman. And I just knew, I'm like, damn, nobody's saying nothing to me. This shit is eerie. And I'm like, I got to talk to so-and-so. I'm not going to say none of their names. But I'm like, I need to talk to so-and-so, because I know at least she will be like, damn, India, I heard what happened to you. Are you okay? And then when I ended up seeing her, I talked to her on the phone via text. Nothing. Then I ended up seeing her in person. And nothing, yo. She didn't say nothing to me. I was like, oh, shit. The energy is giving like, ha, ha, ha. Guess what happened in India? Entertainment for these motherfuckers. And nobody's checking in on me. And I was really sad. Like, I've been away from my kid. Mad shit. This man took me away from my kid. He interrupted the time God gave me. He doesn't have the right to do that shit. He doesn't have the right to put me on medication. He doesn't have the right to give me a fucking diagnosis. Like, he's not fucking God, yo. So I was like really pissed. All right, let me tap in with y'all for a few minutes. Those earrings look very unique. Thank you. I don't really know how to say your name, so I'm just gonna say Sarah. Thanks. Hi, Danish. J-Man, be the rainbow. Elaborate more. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Danish. And then Tone says Illuminati earrings. Yeah, I get that a lot, but they're not Illuminati earrings. It's just the way that somebody designed them. But I guess I could see why people say that. But okay, I'm not an Illuminati. Thank you, J-Man. Ha ha ha, you go girl. That's my favorite thing from Martin. You go girl. And that just reminds me, I knew something was gonna be wrong with that man, because he kept saying, "Aw, girl, you on that again? You talking about that again?" And I was like, wrong thing to say to me. Like, I don't, "Aw, girl." You better be saying, "You go girl. That's my girl." No, I was just getting a totally different person than the person I fell in love with. Convict music. Are you okay? How are you, Adrian? I'm healing. I'm still healing. Thank you for asking. And one thing that people don't tell you about healing is healing hurts. It hurts. And you gotta do that shit alone, and you gotta push through. And that's why I think it's important to talk about the shit that you go through and not suppress it and not try to just sweep it under the rug and just act like it didn't affect you. because if you don't address it now, life is gonna make you address it later. And I'm not going through none of this shit no more ever again in my life. Like, nobody will ever be able to do some shit like this to me, pull the wool over my eyes, stab me in the back, manipulate me, set me up, fucking put me in weird situations ever again. The amount of stuff I've been through in my lifetime thus far, I have went through a master class of so many things. So I will, when I get fully healed and when I get in a situation where I'm back on my feet fully for me and my daughter, life is going to be a-okay. Life's going to be amazing. But in the meantime, I'm like hanging in there and taking things one day at a time and just processing shit. But how are you doing today? Where are you checking in from? Hi, Nikki. How are you? A rainbow comes after the storm, darling. Yes, it does. Oh, any color you like, Jamin. Okay, I get what you're saying. My favorite colors are green and yellow. Those are my favorite colors. And an interesting thing about a rainbow that I discovered. Did you guys know that a rainbow, like, people are always like trying to get the pot of gold at the end of a rainbow because you could only see half of the rainbow, but a rainbow is actually a circle. It's not just a half. So I thought that was interesting. Nikki, all right, I don't know what you're talking about or why you're saying that. Jamin, healing is growing too. Yeah, you got that right. Not coming to you. Unbelievable. Or I don't know what you mean, Carrie, or I don't know what you're saying. Sorry. Thank you, Sarah. Like the lobster only grows. Huh? The lobster only grows the shell when stressed. What do you mean? I don't know much about lobsters. Elaborate, educate me. Thank you, Kappas. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grew and started them myself. October will be 5 years officially. I don't know much about lobsters. I'm like so grossed out about lobsters as well, but you're educating me about something. Now I'm interested. I want to know. And Sarah, you have good biceps. Girl, I need to work out my arms. I only been getting steps in, so I haven't really been like working out, and they're like jiggly. So maybe they look strong. But my upper body stuff is weak. But thank you. I'm gonna be working out my arms at some point in time. Hi Rashka, how are you? Yeah, I only been walking, getting my steps in. I haven't been doing like any strength training or like anything. I really like yoga and Pilates. Yoga and Pilates will get your body right. And just my situation right now is not allowing me to fully participate in that. So I just get out every day and get my steps in. That's all, just doing what I could do in the time being. But I will get to a point in life where I could get back into doing my yoga and my Pilates and get my body right. I'm losing weight, just still walking and inches. So when I have time to like tone up, I will. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing good. I'm feeling good today. It's almost 5 o'clock. I need to start heading back to the house so I could eat dinner. The good thing is I made dinner before we left. I'm on it today. Proud of myself. So I don't gotta like cook when I get back. Just gotta heat it up on the stove. I don't use the microwave. I haven't used the microwave in like so many years now. I cook everything and then I reheat everything on the stove if I have to. And when I get my own, back on my own, I can get a grill. I really like cooking on the grill too. Nice healthy locks. Do you ever plan on cutting them off? I've been growing mine for 10 years. No, I don't. I actually want them to get longer. I have no plans on cutting them off. And I actually started my ex's locks too. And I wish he would cut his off because he is being very disrespectful, letting other people style his fucking hair. When that was the last arguments that we had, that he wasn't letting me do his hair. A lot of things was like so many red flags. But anyways, thank you. And no, I don't plan on cutting them. I want them to get longer. I am from Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts. Not yoga, Pilates, and gym. Yeah, a combination. Um, so I'll get back on it. Can I ask you one question? Yes, of course. As long as it's appropriate and positive, you can ask me anything. How's Michigan? Is it expensive? I don't know. I've never been to Michigan. I don't live in Michigan. I'm from Massachusetts. Massachusetts, like Boston area, but I don't live in Boston. I'm not from Boston. I live 2 hours away from Boston. And the weather here is nice in Massachusetts. Is expensive because of the taxes. It's like 6.25% tax on everything. So I've been living here all of my life. I like lived in Connecticut when I went to high school. So I've been living on the East Coast my whole life. I really want to get to the West Coast, and then eventually I want to move out of the United States altogether. I'm thinking either Thailand or Africa. That was the question you wanted to ask me. How come I'm so beautiful? Well, one, thank you for the compliment, and God, I guess. I don't, I don't know. I try to look like what I haven't been through. Um, so I guess it's working. Other than that, God, my mom, my dad, they're responsible for how I look, I suppose. And trying to keep positive energy, drink a lot of water, read a lot of books, and take care of my skin. I guess. I hope that answered your question. Thank you, B. Wayne. Yeah, always stay positive. Sarah, do you have a boyfriend now? Hell no. I am not looking for love. I am not looking for no man. I am just processing and healing, recuperating. I'm looking to start a new business. I don't know what new business I want to start. I'm looking to, yeah, just start a new business and have a new focus. So no, I don't have a boyfriend. They ain't looking for one. Yes, indeed, they thirsty up here. Yes, I'm on a journey for peace, for sure. I've worked through all my stages of patience. I ask God for patience. Be careful what you ask for. And I like to not say be careful what you ask for. I say be specific in what you ask for, because what you ask for, you will always receive it. The only thing is you don't know how you're going to receive it, and it's not going to come gift wrapped. It's going to come in the form of lessons. Hard lessons. So when you ask for things, ask for them and be specific in the way that you want to receive them. So I am on a journey of peace and prosperity and abundance. So I've gotten specific in asking for God for those things, because when I was asking for patience, I was just like, God, I need some patience. I am not a patient person, and I really want to work on my patience so that it can help me level up and, not be irate or impatient or wanting to rush and speed things up, because when I rush and speed things on my time, I always get the outcome I don't want. So please help me be patient and to be on your time. But patience has come to me in the form of so many lessons. So I'm getting better in my prayers and the way that I ask for things. Give them some water, my dear. Give who some water? Oh, my hair? I do every day. When I take a shower, I drench my hair. I drench my hair every day. That's why my locks are growing so fast. And then I wash my hair weekly, but I wet my hair and condition it every single day. A vape business? Hell no. I want nothing to do with smoking, drinking, any kind of things that people are addicted to. I want no parts of it. I'm all set. I'm all about health and wealth and love and enlightenment and thought-provoking activities and things that can uplift people, things that can inspire people, motivate people, all types of stuff like that. So I am actually, it's not really like a business that I'm starting for other people, but in order to start back the things that I'm interested in, I am going to start back speaking, get back into my public speaking and building my portfolio back with that, and kind of shifting away from just vegan, vegetarian lifestyle, and just like start speaking and educating people, because that's something that I really enjoy, is teaching people. I know so much, I have so many skills, and I went through so many things that I could teach anybody about anything, honestly. You're from India, Rashik? I love that. I have a gym in India. That's awesome. I need to come there. I always heard that traveling to India is super expensive. Have you been anywhere outside of India? Be patient, that victory is coming. Thank you. Thank you for that affirmation. I definitely agree with you 100%. You're a landscape designer too. I love that for you. That's awesome. Or are you telling me to get into that business? And could you donate even $1 to me? I'm trying to save up for a setup. Okay, I don't really know what that means. You're trying to save up for a setup? Interior designing, no, not into that. But you're dropping some gems, some good ideas. Yeah, I want to come to India. Indian trips are economical than European trips. Okay, y'all putting me on. Y'all telling me some stuff I didn't know. I need to travel. I haven't been anywhere. I just got my daughter's passport, so I will be doing some traveling in the near future. I think the first place I'm going to take her is Canada, because I could drive there. It's 4 hours away from where I'm at. It's not too far of a trip. My daughter's just leaving her stuff all over the place. Let me go pick it up. So yeah, that was today's story time. Oh, come to South India. Okay, what's the difference? What is there? Is it better than North India or East India or West India? Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, that was today's story time. That was a lot. I shared a lot today. I unpacked a lot today. I was reminded of some things via my notes. Yeah, I don't know. This experience was I've been through so many crazy things, but this experience in particular that I'm reflecting upon with you guys every day is definitely one for the books, man. It's one for the books. And like talking about this, I'd be like, dag, like why did I decide to do this story time? And sometimes when it brings up stuff like this, I'd be like, I don't want to revisit this shit because it's stirring up certain emotions. But you know what? God told me to tell my story. And I have to do what God told me to do, whether people understand it or not, because it was my calling. Oh crap, I'm not a little kid anymore. I can climb these things. Where did my daughter go? She got her chocolate milk. Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, okay. You're gonna play with it? You can, okay. Or like, you can play with it if you want. That's okay. It's like my daughter gonna leave them all over the place, and then I have to try to revisit them. Damn. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. He's too cute. So yeah, Canada is also mini India. I've never been to Canada too, and I should have been there several times because I'm not too far away from it. You have friends in Toronto? Oh, connect us. I need to have some friends so they can tell me where to go. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Ah! Are you okay, baby? Oh dear. My love. Throw it. No, that's okay. I guess you could throw it that way. Excuse us. My love. Throw it one more time. Woo! Okay. Let them do it. Okay. Thank you. Hi. Hi. Oh my gosh. My daughter's doing the most. Um, Hi, Kaden. 360. Yes, my ex-girlfriend. Oh, your ex-girlfriend lives in Toronto? Why did y'all break up? Let me know. Is this something interesting? Am I swinging? No, I wasn't swinging. I was climbing whatever it was to get up there to get my daughter's little things she got from the store today that she left all over the place. My ex was from Michigan. I'm really starting to miss her now. She went back home in the UK. Oh, I'm sorry. But if they're your ex, like, people are your ex for a reason, right? My love, what are you doing? So yeah, did you guys have any more questions about today's story time or anything like that? I didn't know it was almost 5 o'clock. Good for you. I don't think you should ever go back. I think you should always keep it moving forward. Forward focus, future forward. And you know, they're your ex for a reason. My darkest time with what I just went through. Yeah. I've been through a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that could be in the running with this situation. But nothing's topping it. No. And I don't want shit to top it. That's why I said, like, I don't want to continue to chase leveling up in life. I just want to get to my Parakmi. And your Parakmi is the level that God has for you. Because if you don't know, Parakmi means the point beyond the highest. And the Most High is the only person who can help you reach that point that is meant for you. So you'll book flight tickets for me. Thank you. Y'all are so generous and loving. I love it. Yeah, I need to get away. But right now I can't. I'm in mommy mode 24/7. No, don't pick up the doggy. No, don't pick her up. Come finish your chocolate milk and then we're gonna go. But come to India, don't go back. I will come to India one of these days. I do promise. Oh, baby, you didn't see the swing over there. Look how cool that looks. So, yeah, I'm going to have to wrap it up. You guys are awesome. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for engaging with me as always. I thought that was a bug up there. I was about to freak out. Bonjour. You're also from India, but you're currently in the UK. Oh, that's awesome. I've never been to any of these places, so you guys inspire me. You guys give me the energy that I need to push through the day and also feel good about showing up for myself here and telling my story, no matter how painful it is or the judgment that I'm gonna get or people that don't understand it, they're not supposed to. I'm doing what God told me to do, which is share my story. And then also that man told me to talk to my phone. He said, don't talk to him, talk to my phone. So here we are. So I'm gonna leave you with my 3 messages like I always do. 1, don't let anybody put a label on you, because those who try to label you want you to live in lack and not your purpose. 2, don't let anybody put you in a box, because those who try to put you in a box is simply because they cannot get out of theirs. And 3, the most important one of all, don't forget to turn your life into a lifestyle. And the way that you're able to turn your life into a lifestyle is by participating in your own rescue in order to save yourself from what society says you should be, what your parents want you to be, what the school systems try to condition you to be. You were born to have a purpose, to fulfill that purpose, not born to work a job and pay bills and then die. Like, you have a purpose, and you cannot let anybody rewrite your purpose. And until you really understand that and tap into yourself more and out of the world less, you'll never be able to turn your life into a lifestyle. And that's always my message to you guys. So with that being said, thank you. Have an amazing day. That was all the questions. Just go on an exclusive content mode. God bless you. Oh, God bless you too. Thank you so much. I gotta get my daughter's shoes on, and I hope that you guys have a good day. Thank you, Coco. From your profile picture, you look pretty too. These little circles don't do any justice, but I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I will be back tomorrow to read another entry from my journal. But until then, I'm very pretty. Thank you. And you're very welcome. And thank you for coming to my India talk. Okay? Peace.